Okay, here's another little trick. Oops, I got the camera thing in the way there. As you can see, the water pump is out, and if you look, you could actually see the cylinder wall and the coolant that goes around it. Okay, what I did was I drained the radiator, I had the pan under when I took the water pump off, but the coolant's always oozing out. And a lot of cars you have to use sealant on them, especially a modern day car. A lot of modern day cars don't use gaskets at all. They machine a little groove into the pump, and you put RTV in it, or, you know, other companies call it different things, but that's basically what it is. So a trick is, after you drain it, just jack up the front of the car. Or if you're working on a transverse model, you just jack up the side that the pump's on, and the coolant will run the other way, and it'll stop oozing out. Now the coolant's like 1/8 of an inch below the lip. So now I can continue on and not have the coolant running all over any kind of sealant or anything I'm going to use, or just as I'm working, keep it off me, keep it off the ground, keep it off everywhere. So let's prep that new pump. I mean, here's the back side of the water pump. When you get your gasket, the gasket can go on multiple ways. See, this way the holes don't quite line up. You flip it this way, and it lines up. And the reason I'm showing you that is, if you want to glue the gasket down, you don't want to put the glue on there, then go like this and start flipping it all around, then the glue's all over the place. Or I'll use a very, very light bead of silicone. I'll actually smear it on between my fingers like this, just to coat it to hold it on. I mean, and it kills me because this gasket says it's made in the USA. I hate to put it face down. I think that should be out and standing proud. But there's nothing I could do about that. So I'm going to get my thin film on there and get it back on. Okay, the water pump is bolted in. I'm going to see if I can give you a shot of the gasket. I'm going to try and zoom it in. I mean, if you look at the gasket, you could just see that the gasket is painted black with the sealer. That's it. If you have a 1/2 inch oozing out, that means you have a 1/2 inch oozing in. And when you have passages in there, like for the heater core and stuff like that, you're blocking it. Same goes when you do a thermostat. When you put that big glob on the outside, you got the big glob on the inside. So you got to remember that when you use it. There are different ways to use silicone. You should see how you're doing it, or what you're doing it for, and then you'll know how to do it. So, well, the pump's in. Let's put the hoses on and put it back together. Okay, it's all in. Got the new water pump in, got an alternate drive belt in, got a power steering drive belt in, brand new. I forgot to get the air pump belt, so I put that other one back in. You know, I don't know if it's gonna make crunchy noises, who knows. But I actually had to change one of the clamps down on the heater hose. One of the towel clamps, of course, does all the original towel clamps on it. One of the towel clamps broke putting it back on. No big deal. So let's put coolant in this thing, up the induction tube back in, and we'll see how it is. Oh, and one last thing. No playing the shaft. So, like I said, when these shafts start to get playing them, okay, which is when I can feel it knocking, not even doing anything. The next thing that happens is this front seal starts to leak, or the rear seal will start to leak, or whatever it is. It comes out the weak hole. But once you start getting play, it's on its way. So you might as well just change it and save the aggravation. I mean, this was a $30 part plus the belts. Belts were another, I think, 12 bucks. So it's like $42 plus tax. But picture just getting stuck on the side of the road, overheating this thing and taking out the motor. You know, is it worth the $42? Of course. And that's one less thing I got to think about for a while. Okay, all done. Already ran it. Bled out the air. I was a little short on the antifreeze, so I'm going to bring it to work tomorrow. I'm going to drain it and refill it again, just to make sure I'm on the safe side, because we still are in the winter, and I don't have anything here to check it. But rinse it down with some water, and that's it. Like I said, new water pump, 2 drive belts, and that's it. I think we're pretty good on this car. Next project on this car is I'm going to take it to work tomorrow, which is Friday. I'm going to do a full wheel alignment on it. Since I raised up the back of the car, it's up like 5 inches from where it was. The car drives perfectly straight, steering wheel centered, but you have no steering return. So if you switch lanes, it'll just stay like that. It'll stay wherever you leave it. And that's due to the change in the caster. So I mean, when you raise and lower a car, the caster changes. So I have a feeling when I put this thing on the machine tomorrow, I'm going to have like 0 caster. I'm going to be back into the negative. So I was going to let the car settle, but you know what? Do it now. If the car settles, I'll do it again. It's no big deal. Then after that, the last and final project we're going to do on this car is, this car has manual disc brakes in it. I had bought the booster, the brackets, the rods, everything from someone on eBay actually 5 years ago. I mean, I have everything right to the pedal. That's actually a year-old master cylinder, but I have a brand new master cylinder too, so I'll probably toss that in there. And that's going to be it. Then we'll just use it, drive it, and enjoy it like I have for the last 5 years.